Welcome to another episode of Thought Ops, a Saturday episode of Thought Ops. We ran into somebody, got an opportunity. Somebody came and did a video shoot at the photo shoot.
Where
at DFC Collections, downtown Bedford.
Shout out David Ford.
Shout out to David Ford. So we got an opportunity to sit down with somebody. I'm still Biz, one of the hosts. EJ Biz.
What's up? I'm EJ Briz, the other host.
Yeah,
the good looking one.
Yeah, and we got a chance to run into DreDay, Forever Baby.
Yes, sir.
Actor, CEO, co-owner of the OEA Awards, Ohio Entertainment Awards.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And go ahead, do anything you want to say? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. Just appreciate y'all having me on, man. My name DreDay. We just dropped a new film called She Never Believed. It went #1 in 4 different categories on Tubi. We got the Ohio Entertainment Awards 13th year in Akron, Ohio this year on November 24th. So I'm excited about that. And November 23rd. I'm excited about that. So we just gonna keep on putting on for the state and for all the creatives out there, entrepreneurs.
Okay. So tell the people where you from.
I'm from Akron, Ohio, born and raised.
Yes. I always get flack from Cleveland.
Oh yeah,
I always get flack from Cleveland.
Me being from Cleveland was a little bit deeper than me. I'm not originally from Cleveland, but hey, I represent Cleveland because I was raised in Cleveland.
I be getting flack, man.
Gotta represent where you from, man.
Yeah. So what pulled you into acting? Because I know that's a big part of what you do as well. I know the OEA is part of you. Acting is a part of you. What pulled you into acting? Is it like the spotlight, storytelling? What
I think
somebody else.
I think it's dope because it's just another form of art that you can express. You can express yourself. I used to be an artist coming up, so being an artist and making that transition to being an actor. It's different, but it got a lot of similarities to it, and I just miss being real in a rare form of being an artist. You know what I'm saying? And acting is just a different form. So that's probably the biggest reason why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you handle the transition, just the challenges of becoming from an artist to an actor?
Yeah.
How did you?
One thing, humbling myself and learning something new, because it's a whole truckload of actors, even independent actors that have been acting for 20 years. Mm-hmm. So I just don't want to come in no field and just disrespect the game. So my first year acting, I wanted to make sure I put in and work. Meaning I'm going to every audition I could. I'm going to all the networking events that got acting or actors, or I know directors gonna be there. I'm networking with different directors around Cleveland, because Cleveland got one of the biggest independent film areas, in Ohio for sure. Yeah. So I linked up, with Johnny Filmworks at HWIC. He gave me my first opportunity. Then I went out to Youngstown and did some work with Drew Scott.
Okay.
So shout out both of them for sure.
Okay. No. You do everything? Okay. So she never believed that went #1.
Yeah.
What did that moment feel like? And do you remember any scenes or anything behind the scenes that was kind of like, that was great moments? Or did it hit instantly, or did it creep up on you that this is really good? We #1.
Well, I feel like we started kind of discouraged because it took a while for the movie to come out. We had to go through different distribution companies, and the first one kind of tried to get over on us, so we had to deal with another one, and it took months for it to even get Tubi to actually.
Did you go through Amazon first, or?
Oh we went straight to Tubi through the Tubi platform first, and it just took a while for them to actually view it and make sure it get approved and everything. So honestly, I didn't know when it was coming out. We had 2 different dates, and that was the thing. We had 2 different dates before that it was supposed to come out, and it never came out. So I'm thinking man, this may never come out. I didn't want to let people down. So it went from going like that to it actually coming out. I'm like, oh shit, it actually came out, and then it's doing real good, and people coming up to me, people really, they really was a fan of the movie, and it's nothing better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. So as an artist and a filmmaker, what are some of the challenges that the average person don't see, some of the stuff that happens behind the scene? Because especially like doing independent movies, a lot of people see like, oh, I could do it, and then they jump into it and it's a ball of confusion sometimes.
Oh yeah, man. Good. Just starting off, you got to figure out your budget. Do you have a budget for the film? And if you don't have a budget and you're using resources, meaning like, I know the owner here and he gonna let me use this, let me use that, or we got other independent actors that's that's acting for us and getting them ready with scripts and everything, getting them prepared. And that's another thing. You can give somebody a script and they might not even read it. They might not even know their name. So they coming up to the table reading and don't even know. They didn't even look at it. Wow. They don't even know what the movie's about. And to get them to come on time and actually be mentally prepared, that's a whole different thing. And like I said, getting your distribution, that's a whole another game, because you gotta just make sure you got the right distribution, because at the end of the day it's streaming. So, and what I would suggest learning from this first film, you want to figure out different ways to make money off your film. Meaning, you want to get a successful movie premiere where you make money, or you want to hold some different type of events where people can actually come see your film, or other creators can come and y'all can network together. But you got to figure out ways besides streaming, because the streaming, unless you into the millions of views, it's gonna be hard to make money. You know what I'm saying? And I seen different independent films in my 2 years spend $100,000, $150,000. Oh, you're never making that back. You're never making that back. That money's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the same, and it kind of the difference between the music and the act and the independent.
Touring for the music, and then a lot of stuff like even like podcasting, like merch. And things that you have to find, like charging like for different events and stuff, going to different events. So it's like a lot of, you have to market your, because it's different than actually, independent is different than actually going to a studio here.
For sure.
Even though they still have their own rules and things. But it's still a lot different. So you are a part of the co-owner of the OEA, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what made you step into the award show? Instead of just accepting awards.
Well, I've been in the game, in the entertainment game, for over 20 years. So I've been, all sides of the management. I was an artist, developing artist, throwing tours, throwing shows, throwing festivals, dealing with independent artists, dealing with mainstream artists, traveling. I wanted to have more of a platform where I can give out more flowers. Now, the tricky thing about any award show, you can't reach everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to get their flowers that year. So the biggest thing we can do is, try to be as consistent as possible. And, if we missed you this year, hey, you keep going, we're going to get you next year. So that's one of the biggest things. And just, like I said, I love giving people their flowers, and I just love, it's like a whole vibe where, like I said, other entrepreneurs, other people that's creating, other people that's chasing dreams can come to one place, and everybody can just look good, smell good, vibe out, and, have a good time. Okay.
Yeah, with the OEAs, coming up with the categories, how do you guys brainstorm with the categories? Do you keep the formula the same, or do you try to switch up?
You gotta switch it up. Because some categories, we had 2-3 years ago, it's not relevant no more. Or new, it's new forms of entertainment, like being a streamer, being a content creator. That's more newer than being, what's the example of one that we took out? I can't think of one off top what we took out, but it just, we gotta, you gotta stay up to date.
Did you take out photographer?
We might have took out photography.
Yeah, because I was looking.
I think you didn't see that. Okay, I think we might have took out. So something like that. So a poet. like, you know what I'm saying? Not disrespecting, poets or anything, but we had to take out some old ones.
It's just a year, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You gotta learn how to adjust to any business you do. Any business, anything you want to be successful in, you gotta learn how to adjust with the times. Because if not, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah. Now to kind of piggyback off of what you just said, when you have to do things like that, how do you handle the backlash for that? Because just like how you said, no disrespect to the poets, but then you get poets like, oh, they took out the poetry category or whatever. So, but at the time, you can't have like 1,000 categories. You gotta have what's popular. So how do you handle the backlash from that?
The backlash be crazy for real. I mean, it's kind of crazy because we're trying to do something positive to uplift other people, but everybody don't see it like that. So I mean, we just I just try to keep it a calm demeanor about it. I mean, it's you see people disrespecting your business or your company that you, like I said, trying to bring other people up. So you just gotta kind of roll with the punches. I mean, that's business. Everybody's not gonna like your product, or everybody's not gonna like your business sense or how you move. So that's part of the game. And we can't win over everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Awards in Cleveland be beef. Anything in Cleveland be beef.
You can't win over everybody.
And you don't even be knowing that it's happening, but you be like, man, they can't. Oh wow. You go online, you like, man. So you just did an interview in 107.9 interview. So you interviewed with Crisis.
Shout out Crisis. Another Akron native.
Oh, I didn't know that, Crisis. You showed like a confident version of yourself. Just like you do right now. What message were you trying to get across for that day?
The biggest thing is I feel like a lot of actors feel like they don't. I see a lot of actors and some artists and stuff, but a lot of actors feel like they don't have to market or brand themselves. They feel like they can skate through off of the talent alone. And we're not in a place, era in life where it's like that anymore. I mean, it might be unfair. It should be more about the talent. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, because the most talented people a lot of the most talented people I know are not hard workers. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of talented people, they got the talent and they feel like they don't have to do the small things like get on the grind or go to auditions or when the movie actually drop, find different ways of promotion. Like it's not hard. Everything we did for the She Never Believed, it's not hard to do as far as marketing and promotion, but you got to get off your ass and actually do it for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we had a billboard. For the She Never Believed. We got the 107.9 interview. We got put in this newspaper out in Green. They did a recap on the movie and everything. And hand to hand, I actually got flyers.
Green,
Ohio. Yeah.
Okay. Down there, Akron.
Yeah, it's like
okay, because there's a Green County too. Green County is like it's Dayton. That's Dayton. Green County's Dayton.
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing, man. You gotta be whoever, actor, businessman, entrepreneur, whatever. You gotta market and promote your brand at all times.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna speak from my point of view. Both of us being from Akron. Yeah. And coming from Akron, there was always this tension between Akron and Cleveland. And, people I've been around
for sure.
I noticed it was always because people from Cleveland kind of disrespect Akron, and Akron like, hey, we demand our respect. But I can't say that me being from Akron and coming to Cleveland showed me a lot of love. Yeah. And I explain that to people that I know in Akron. It's just like, man, people from Cleveland. Show me a lot of love. So with the OEAs being in Akron, it seemed like y'all. Trying to bring together,
trying to bridge the gap, man. It's that negativity when it takes over. This takes over, and people don't actually see, the true meaning of actually bringing it to Akron. Akron never had a war show. Honestly, Akron don't have a lot of stuff. To whatever reason that is. But it's like sometimes when you try to bring things to a smaller city that don't understand, then they don't you may not take it the right way.
Yeah. Because it's all it's like, well, you're a smaller city, we want our respect and all that, so it's just, but bridging the gap, because I mean we are like a half hour away,
30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I learned so much, and I gained so much of a big network from being in Cleveland all the time, doing business. Just in Cleveland, if we just talking about Cleveland, and just so many people, and you got to move around. You can't just be trapped in your city. If you're in Cleveland, you got to move around. Go to Akron, go to Canton, go to. It's so many different places that that you can go to just in Ohio alone to help further your career, help push your brand. And I tell people from Akron all the time, man, you got to get out of Akron or your career is going to stay right there.
I know something that was founded in Akron, something that Akron started, and y'all probably don't. I call it synonymous was founded in Akron, Ohio. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
I swear, true story. Alcohol Synonymous, the book for Alcohol Synonymous was written in Akron, Ohio.
Wow.
So Akron, Ohio actually has saved lives around the world.
Right, for real,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it saved lives around the world. So how do you balance being inspiring without feeling like, because I'm talking, this is according to social media and Instagram.
Right.
Like, how do you, manage being from feeling like you have to be inspiring to the algorithm thing? You know what I'm saying? To where it's like I gotta post stuff to keep up with the algorithm. Yeah. But then, that's kind of like your soul where you're like, I feel like I gotta inspire too. Yeah. So how do you balance that?
I feel like since we're in this new era, like being a entrepreneur, being an actor, being an artist, you got to be a content creator at the same time too.
Because money's important. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you're going to get your brand out, because you got to think. I mean, even let's say with a podcast, how many other people is doing podcasts?
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? So you got to figure out things to, to set yourself and your brands different so people want to watch, your content. Yeah. Same thing, but I'm always inspired. That's just something I want to, that's just something that's in me. So me inspiring other people to be great or to be as great as they can be, no matter what their situation is, that's just in me. Yeah. But at the same time, I gotta, I understand that, people, you gotta do things, you gotta be part of the game too of getting people to, because people don't want to see things positive. They want to see some negative shit.
Yeah,
they don't want to. They don't want it all.
I'm personally guilty.
Me too. We all guilty. We all guilty.
What I tell you, I do a lot. I hate watch. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I will watch people that I hate. I will watch people that I hate.
Yeah. So we all kind of guilty of that, but. I just try to balance mine is, just try to make it as, natural as possible. So it don't seem like it's fake or no shit.
Yeah, I like more I'm more on the positive side. I got enough drama in my life.
Yeah. It's too easy to be negative, man. It's too easy to be negative.
But I feel like sometimes negative is informative too.
Yeah.
So it's like there's certain negative things that you like to me. Like, when I talk to people, I'm like, I got too much going on in my own life where I don't want to keep up with the politics and all that stuff. But that stuff actually puts you in a place where you are able to control your life more. Right. Some of the negative stuff that you look at. Right. But
so you already filmed one film, right?
Yeah.
So say you had an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
To film another film. What story would you like to tell? What actors would you use? What would it be about?
That's another thing. We kind of talked about earlier. You mentioned some about what I would say to new people that's trying to get in films and stuff. That's another thing that I left out. You got to know your demographic. You got to figure out off top who you trying to get. Who this film? Everybody's not going to watch this film.
Yeah.
So who is this film catering to? Me personally, I like. The type of films that, got a relationship situation in there, either from the dude's perspective or the girls, got a little bit of drama in there and a comedy.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that works. But figuring out that demographic of where you're trying to go with it. You know, and because you got to remember, you can make the best karate movies ever, but who's really watching them karate movies? So you got to figure out, you know, that demographic, or you're going to be just spending a lot of money and wasting a lot of time on your projects.
Karate movies are very expensive to make.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you got to
and bad acting doesn't play well in a karate movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like.
But if I had to pick, I would probably, you know, work with like a lot of the Tubi, some of the Tubi actors that like Diesel. He does a lot of films around here. Murder Pains, people like that got big followings and actually got a lot of movies under their belt. Okay. Now, if I'm doing like a mainstream budget or something, and I got really money to work with, then I'm gonna, you know, try to, you know, work with a Jamie Foxx or you know, a Will Smith, or, you know, one of my favorites is Denzel, clearly. But, you know, but on the independent side, it would be one of those, you know, Tubi stars.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I have that thought of what demographic I'm going on. If I don't, like, it makes things so much easier, and you won't waste as much time trying to reach success.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a lot just with this first film off top, so I won't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, because time is valuable. You can't get that time
Can't
back.
get it back. And when it's over, it's over.
Yeah,
you know,
get
getting older, got kids and shit running around, and you be looking, you know what I'm saying? So time is the most valuable thing we all got, you know.
Yeah. And you don't want to put all that time and effort in something, then it don't come out. It's like, money and all that. Yeah.
All that, bro. So that's why I would, you know, just, you know, figure out that plan, get that plan together. You know, ChatGPT is a great way to help get that plan together. But get that 6-month plan, you know, and whatever you're doing, get that 6-month plan and build off of that. You know, start with that 6-month plan and figure out where you're gonna go off of that.
And we appreciate you giving us an interview. Anybody you want to give shout outs to?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my business partner, Andrew Lloyd. He co-CEO of the Ohio Entertainment Awards. We've been rocking, you know, for a long time, man. So that's another thing you don't see. You don't see people, you know, us black men in business because in business a long time because egos come into play or blah blah blah. But I'm the type of person, no matter what, I'm gonna always play the role that needs to be played to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? When we was creating a film, we don't have no sound person, so I'm the one holding the boom. You know what I'm saying?
You know about that.
Everybody hungry. I'm about to go run get a pizza. I'm about to go run to get some donuts. I'm just the type of person, I don't care about no stardom, none of that shit. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure the job get handled.
And a lot of that is coming up in Akron because
you gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. Shit.
So we appreciate you.
I love the way y'all talk about y'all from small towns, and I'm from a way smaller town than both of y'all. I'm from Mandeville, Jamaica, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'm moved from my dude. I'm telling you, the town I'm from probably 300 people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's a small town.
That's small.
That's small town.
That's small as hell. For sure.
Hurricane Melissa, the blew Jamaica away.
Man.
Yeah, the GoFundMe keep going every day. Dude.
Man.
So I'm sending that stuff back to my family.
Praying for everybody.
Follow, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, shout out to everything you doing. Shout out to the OEAs, everybody that's nominated and everything.
Yes, appreciate it for sure. Yep.